Hi there, he is mental coach Shatov from the Tennis Academy Ball Planet in Magdeburg, Germany. Welcome to another edition of my mental training online program. Today we're beginning the discussion of chapter 8 and it's called Ingredients of the Success Type Personality. And Dr. Mautz has put several important ingredients that start with the letters of the word success. And they are sense of direction, understanding, courage, charity, esteem, self-confidence, and self-acceptance. And today we're going to discuss the first three of those. So the first is a sense of direction. And what Dr. Mautz says is that we need a clear goal to strive for. We are built as goal-seeking mechanisms and beings, meaning that we always need something, we always need a problem that we have to solve, we always need a goal that we want to reach, something that puts us into motion. He gives a very good example of us being like bicycles, that we can't stay at the same time, at the same place in balance. We are either going backward or forward, but we have to be moving, and there's no vacuum. There is no staying still. Just like a bicycle, in order for the bicycle to be on its two tires, it has to be moving. And it's the same as us. We are either going towards your goal or away from it, but we're never staying at the same place. And this is a good way to see it. That means that actually everybody wants to have no problems and to have no obstacles, but the thing is, what Dr. Mautz says is that we actually need those, and actually we can't live without them. So we need some problems and we need some obstacles so that we have a sense of having to do something instead of not knowing what to do and what to strive for. The second important part, the second trait of the successful personality is understanding. And by understanding, Dr. Mautz means appropriate understanding of the problem. Again, he's mentioning what he already mentioned in the previous chapter. Our conscious mind's main job is to realize what the situation is, to analyze the facts, and to give correct information to the subconscious mind, as the example with the bear and the actor pretending to be a bear. So in order for us to be successful, we need to react in the right way, and we need to act appropriately. The problem is we almost never react to what really is. We always react to a fact, or rather not to the fact, not to what is happening, but to our interpretation of what's happening. So there's a fact, something has happened, and we interpret it, we see it because of our own mind, we see it in a colored way, and we understand it in a certain way, and this is how we react to it. However, another person may understand it another way. For example, somebody's laughing at me. Somebody's laughing, and as soon as I come into the room, they stop laughing. Now, one person can see this and interpret this as they're laughing at me. Somebody else might say they're laughing at something else, but they don't want me to hear it, so they stop laughing. Another person might say they have so much respect for me that as soon as I step in, they stop whatever they're doing, they stop laughing and become more serious. So it's the same fact. I get into the room and people that were laughing stop laughing, and there are many interpretations. This is why it's important for us to try to see things for what they are and not for what we make them. And we should differentiate between facts and our biased opinions about facts, Dr. Mautz says. A good exercise that he prescribes is that we should admit at least once a day something painful about us. A mistake that we made, something that we didn't do the proper way, something that we forgot, something that we don't like. Surely every day things happen that we don't like about ourselves, but often, why I think he's prescribing the exercise, because many times we always, or almost always actually, we tend to put the blame on other people instead of viewing this as partly also our mistake. We say, well, he did this and she did that, and they are the bad ones. Whereas we completely forget to acknowledge that certainly we might have done something to do with it as well. So again, an important differentiation here: we should admit and correct our mistakes, but we shouldn't cry over them. So when he says admit something painful, something painful about yourself, it doesn't mean that you should be now crying the whole day over it and attacking yourself about it, criticizing yourself about it. No, that's the wrong way. You should just acknowledge it, find a way to correct it, and move on, then forget it. And the third characteristic is courage. And the courage to act upon your goal, the courage to take calculated risk. He doesn't mean by courage, he doesn't mean playing the roulette and hoping to win, but taking a calculated risk. It means you have a problem, you prepare, think of the best solution, and then take a risk. It's the courage to bet on yourself and on your ideas. The courage to do something even though other people might not understand it and might not approve of it. And Dr. Maut says something that I believe is very difficult for us. Every day we must have the courage to risk mistakes, failure, and being humiliated. These are the things that most of us are afraid of, and risking those things daily is a very difficult thing. So I don't think that everybody can do it every day, but we should at least try to do it from time to time. Risk making a mistake, risk failing, risk being laughed at. It's not easy, but it's worth doing it. Because if you don't risk failing, how can you expect to succeed? There's no way. In order to succeed, you must risk failing. And of course, you will fail many times. That's just part of the process. It's part of the way. And something interesting again, what Dr. Maut says is a step in the wrong direction is better than no step at all. Because, and again, this is, I think, very positive way to see the situation. The example with the bicycle, better go in the wrong direction than not staying, because if you are staying still, you are falling. And also what I think he also said, if you make a mistake in the wrong direction, at least you're moving, so you're getting feedback, you can correct it then. So you're moving to the left, oh no, actually you should move to the right or straight forward. And you're getting this feedback and you're correcting your action until you're moving in the right direction. But if you are not moving at all, if you're standing still, then you're not getting any feedback. So you don't even know where you should be going. So in this sense, it's better to make a wrong move than not do anything at all. That's the first part of the 8th chapter, and next time we'll continue with the second one. Until then.